So back in May of 2025, honey, 29-year-old Cadessa Sayles was out there living the fast and fabulous life, honey. She had multiple foreign vehicles. She had a big, nice house. She had money to burn on Chanel, Gucci, Prada, and all that kind of stuff. Having nice, big birthday parties where she was lavished with all kinds of Chanel, Prada, Gucci, all of that, bags and different things. She was really living it up. And she also has 6 children. Well,
Damn.
according to prosecutors, honey, she was living that fast and fab life using fraud money. Prosecutors alleged that back in May, she contacted a 75-year-old man in Palm Beach, Florida, pretending that she was an AT&T representative. As a fake AT&T representative, Kadisha was able to convince the 75-year-old man to give him a verification code that he had received from the actual phone company. And with that verification code, the perpetrator was able to switch his phone number to Verizon, effectively stealing his account. Now, according to prosecutors, Kadesha was able to attempt to wire transfer money from this man's checking account using that information. One transfer that was attempted was for $138,000 and another one for $82,000. Thankfully,
Damn.
those attempts didn't go through because the man had alerted authorities that he was being defrauded. So, investigators working the case were able to uncover an unknown address that was linked to Sayles, who had previously been flagged in a similar fraud case in Virginia in 2023. So they executed a search warrant on her Westlake home, in which they found a yellow notebook marked with work money, which contained the personal identification information of over 50 victims across the United States. They also seized her computers and electronics, and they found over $15,000 in cash, which they believe were the proceeds from her fraud. So she was arrested back in May, and she was charged with fraud of $50,000 or more and 2 counts of using another's personal identification without their consent. So prosecutors came to Cadessa and offered her a plea bargain in which she decided to take this thing to trial. She was found guilty, and she was ultimately sentenced to 20 years in the clink. They said that the total victims
Damn.
was 50 and there was over $500,000 that was defrauded. And for some reason, she chose to take this to trial. And like I said, she
That's
had 6 babies.
crazy.
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So that's the reason why she's gone viral, because she refused the plea deal. What would you do?
This right here is sad. And like I always say, the people who suffers the most in these situations are always the kids. The fact that she took it to trial was crazy. They already had all the evidence on her. It was a paper trail. But the fact that she was out here scamming from older people is just sad. See, the problem with women like this, they want to keep up with a certain lifestyle, but they refuse to put in the work to live that lifestyle. And when a person refuses to put in the work, what they're going to do is always take the shortcut route, which is scamming, stealing, anything that's just wrong. Because she's doing all this just to show off on the gram. It's just sad, bro. But again, the people who suffers the most are the kids. This is a mother of 6 out here just making bad decisions upon bad decisions. Now her kids gotta suffer from her bad decisions. Sad.
I'm at the point in my life where I'm not really sure that I am like searching for marriage or searching for my person or whatever. I love being single so much. I'm almost scared to get into a relationship for real because I don't not want to be single. I want my autonomy. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to be able to gaslight you niggas every now and then. I want to be able to do everything that I want to do.
This is a perfect example of not every woman is built for a relationship, much less being a wife. Now, you got to respect her honesty. She's telling us who she is and where she belongs. She belongs to the streets. That's where her heart lies. That's where she give her soul to. This is why I always tell you dudes, you got to treat a bird like a bird. Because the problem is, let's say if a man is not used to dealing with women that look like her. Let's say in his world, she's highly attractive. That man will get with a chick like this and put her on a pedestal. And all she's going to do is take advantage of him. That's why she said she loves the gaslight suckers, because she's like an ultimate bird. She gets a high taking advantage of simps. Fellas, it's real out here, man. Don't save the birds. Look, there are a lot of men out here who lacks the ability to decipher between a virtuous woman and a bird. And the reason why that is, when a man is desperate, when a man is thirsty, it's impossible for him to think logical. He will only think from a thirst mode mindset. So he will ignore all the signs, even if he sees the signs, because he's in thirst mode. And that's why a man needs to always put himself in a position where he's able to always have options. Because once a man got options, he ain't got to be in a thirst mode, because when you're in a thirst mode, that's how you try to save birds. So this guy posted this message on social media. Let's get into it. So he said, before she tell y'all I left her cause she goes out, I left her cause I'm tired of waking up for work in the AM and my lady isn't next to me. She's outside still. I'm tired of having to damn near beg a bitch to be at home at a reasonable time, to clean up after herself, to stop shaking her ass for the internet every chance she get. I know what I want in life. I know what type of woman I want to marry and spend the rest of my life with. You'll stop rushing into relationships because you're ready for a family, because everyone isn't worthy or mentally capable to adjust. Change is hard, but people change for who they want. Don't settle for nothing less. This right here is sad, bro. Why it's sad? Because this is a man who was housing a bird. That's all this was. This bird found a sucker who was going to let her stay with him. If you pay attention to the things this man is complaining about, dog, that wasn't your girl. And it's why I tell you all dudes, the signs are always there. Fellas, if you got a girl, there's no reason why you should be at home and your girl is outside. If I'm not going out, my girl shouldn't be out. But if you at work, but if you're waking up for work in the AM and your lady is not next to you, bro, it is what it is. So the good thing is this man was able to wisen up after a while. And seems like he didn't start a family with her, so that's good. But if you pay attention, he clearly ignored the signs. There's no reason why your girl should be shaking her ass on camera. If your girl doesn't clean up after herself, that's a sign that she's not wifey material. And if a woman is still outside, she's not ready to be in a relationship. Fellas, don't ignore the signs, but y'all could learn a lot from this guy's situation.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.